Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We're going to get into today's soul session. Everything you need to know to help you along your journey of life, love, and everything else, right? That needs to be brought into your field of awareness. I can't even get into today's date before I acknowledge y'all heard what happened to Diddy, right? You guys know how I feel about that tattoo he has on his back of Ezeli Tonton, and you know that she doesn't play when it comes to her ladies. She doesn't play when it comes to people who are abused, and you know he is a so, yeah, 8 days after her feast day, hearing that he got into a little scuffle, right, where he's being housed and is currently in solitary confinement. Ooh, I can't wait to hear the stories. Because now he's going to be face to face with his shadow, face to face with the same spirits he conjured up to help them. Because payment is due, boo boo. Whether or not you can handle it or not. This is why I tell you guys be very, very, very careful when it comes to the bippity boppity boo. When it comes to the magic, be very careful on what you get yourself involved in. We're at the most powerful manifestation, spiritual awakening, transformational portal of the year. This is the time when you should be doubling down on your I ams, on your manifesting techniques, on your everything that you've been doing to turn your dreams into your reality. We know with the 8-8 portal that's coming up because it happens every year, right? For those people who are tapped in, tuned in, they get to see huge changes, huge shifts in their life. But most people, the day just comes and goes and they don't make use of it. Just like we know, depending on where we live, which time of the year we could plant which crops, it's the same way that energy flows. Which time of year can you manifest abundance? Which time of year can you call abundance in? Which time of year is best for reconciliation? Those of you who are on a love journey know you were given the heads up that if your person didn't return by the new moon, which was on the 14th, right, of this month, around that time, to kind of not count them out, but push them to the side because either they're not ready or they're making room. Your guides, the angels, are making room for somebody who is ready. Speaking of that, it's July 24th, making it a 6 day, and 6 is all about harmony, restoring balance, Gemini energy, the energy of the lovers. You got to remember, as above, so below. If things haven't been working out, it's a good time to take a good look at the person in the mirror, especially if you are a Sagittarius, a Gemini, Pisces, Aquarius. I gotta go grab my notes. And Leo, of course, right? Because between the Lionsgate portal, all the other cosmic happenings, Saturn going retrograde, that makes it even more funny that Diddy is in solitary confinement 2 days before Saturn goes retrograde. The exactor of karmic justice? Really? Oh, stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned, because that'll be a cautionary tale for a lot of people, especially those of you who go messing with the shadow man and you know you have no business or credentials to go messing with the shadow man. We're going to get started into today's message and see what comes out for the collective. We're supposed to do love messages on Fridays because Fridays are ruled by Venus. And Venus is the planet of love, the natural ruler of Taurus, the natural ruler of Libra. But we're going to tap in to see what you need to know according to your sun, moon, and or rising sign to help you make the most out of the Lionsgate portal because it's open. It's happening. The opportunity to manifest the life of your dreams is present. It's always present. But with all this cosmic activity, the uptick in meteor showers, the conjunctions coming off the heels of the barbed basket, all the stars are aligning to help you manifest those dreams into your reality. The only thing left is for you to claim, declare, and decree what it is you want, especially if you are a Leo, a Gemini, a Virgo. As I grab my notes, Sagittarius, Pisces, Virgo, Pisces, Gemini, Sagittarius. Those are the four signs. Sun, moon, and or rising that have, because you guys have been going through it, with the nodes shifting, right? Fates shifting. It's time for your life to shift, right? So if you're one of those four signs, sun, moon, and or rising, expect those changes. Matter of fact, demand those changes because some of you have been going through it for a very, very long time. It's time for your breakthrough. It's time for your shift. If you're watching us over on the Facebook, don't forget to like and subscribe. Put them thumbs up. I have a special announcement that I'm going to be holding off on for when we exchange our list of Lionsgate portal manifestations that came to the light. Yeah. When it comes to that time, as well as the 13 wishes, then I'll share what I've been working on. Listen, thank you to all of you who have been getting readings and reaching out. I appreciate it. We are definitely going back to the appointment system because it's getting a bit overwhelming. So if you booked a reading recently, you're going to see that you receive a link to actually schedule your time on the calendar. I can no longer really hold to that 48-hour rule. We might still keep the emergency readings up, but the appointment to book one, when you go to the webpage, you'll see the book now button and just go there instead. Please and thank you. It is Friday. And no, we're not talking about love today. We're talking about using Venus's energy to magnetize the things that we want into our life. And it starts by showing up as the person that already has the thing that you're wishing for. For those of you who have joined us in the make believe room, thank you. I have responded to your comments and I have questions. For those of you who want to join us, we have it posted over on YouTube. In the community post, we are checking in every day, at least 3 times a day, as the person who is living the life that they manifested. We're using the Lionsgate portal to pretend, but the very things that we pretend is what we manifest. The root word believe and make believe, right, is to make happen, right? So if you do something long enough, you show up in a way long enough, the universe has no choice but to match your energy. Remember that when you're sitting there crying in your car. Remember that when you're sitting there wondering why. You have the opportunity to change your life at any given turn, but it's up to you. Okay, my loves? Okay. I see the comments going up on YouTube through the bottom of my eye. I won't be responding to the comments until after I'm done with the channeling. That being said, Holy Spirit, on this beautiful, beautiful Friday, what does the collective need to know? Peace being restored, right? 51 is 6, right? The land of milk and honey. Also, for some of you, that feast being prepared in the presence of your enemies. A lot of you have been getting the signs to keep doing what you've been doing because you're almost there. Your moment of big breakthrough is coming, and it's probably going to come during the Lionsgate portal because statistically speaking, cosmically speaking, anytime we're under the energies of an eclipse, things radically shift one way or another. And we have the solar eclipse coming up on the 12th, which is less than 3 weeks away. So expect for sudden shifts and changes in the right direction. Prepare to receive the very thing that you've been praying for, asking for, hoping for. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know? What else? Feel free to put any thoughts, feelings, questions, reactions you're having to anything that comes out in the live, in the chat, right? Whether you're watching this on YouTube, TikTok, or the replay, right? And then I'll get to it as soon as I'm done channeling. How are you guys doing today? Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know? on this Friday. And thank you guys for spending this part of your day with me, Spirit, and the Soul Tribe. Let's get a vibe for today. I definitely want to know what you guys have going on. And, commenting, leaving comments keeps us relevant in the algorithm. We said we weren't going to do a love reading, but there's a message for somebody. Let me just get the rest of the cards out. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know on this beautiful Friday? Of course, I'll leave that right there. Anything else? I pray that these messages find exactly who they are supposed to find, when they are supposed to find it. Any negative energy sent my way or to the way of the collective is instantly turned into peace, blessings, and prosperity. The cards that fall on the floor, that's where they'll stay until it's time to collect them. I pray that everybody here gets a message that they need to hear to help them along their journey. Those of you who came wandering in or are here hoping for a love message, especially if you are dealing with a Pisces, Gemini, Libra, Leo, Aries. Pisces, Gemini, Leo, Libra, Aries. And you've been in no contact. Especially because they're showing me somebody crying in their car, not sitting and wondering, like, I wonder what's going to happen, having their lunch break. No, they're showing me somebody you gave a good cry recently about your person. Things are going to become clear this weekend. I don't see it going any further than that because they were supposed to come forward already. They were supposed to come and drop their mask already. Your guides want you to pick yourself up, pull yourself together, because this is not the season to be in your feelings. This is not the season to be in your woe is me energy. This is the season to remember who you are. I can't say that word, right? This is a season to remember your own divinity, your own power to manifest your dreams into your reality. This is your season to remember that every loss is usually not a loss. It's making room for something much bigger, much better in every way possible. For some of you, it is that person coming in, but you see how these cards they didn't come out really reverse or upright, right? When that's happening, it's because things are in flux, things are changing, decisions have to be made. Somebody's heart can be in the right place, and that's a beautiful thing. But if their actions don't match, they don't want you to wait. They don't want you to wait. Somebody's definitely coming in to drop the mask. This goes back to the messages we've been getting about someone who was partying, hanging out with people, doing this, doing that, doing everything that you can possibly think of to forget about you. And they can't forget about you. Of course, they can't forget about you because you're divine. Whether you're a feminine energy or a masculine energy, they really don't make them like you. You definitely possess that one in a million energy. How lucky am I that so many of you are here to hear this message? When they say don't forget who you are, remember that you are divinity. You are that girl. You are that guy. You are that emperor. You are that empress. And nobody can change that for you. Hey, you guys on TikTok, how is the transmission coming through? Because my screen looks a little wonky. Hey, Auntie, tell hubby happy birthday. Did he go and check? TikTok, why do you have my screen looking so wonky? Okay, I guess it's just on my end. I guess it's just on my end. Well, that's confirmation for me, and I'll follow up on that. But going back to you, beloved, when you start showing up in this energy as somebody who remembers their divinity, remember that they're building an empire. The whole universe will fall at your feet and bring you everything you need. They really, really need you to get out of this woe is me energy, this energy of things not working out. And why align with the Lionsgate portal? Because I did the manifesting. I saw the 111. I did the prayers. I did the affirmations. I did the cord cutting. I did the this. I did the that. And everything is just the same. You may have done everything, but now you're doing things in a different way. You're doing it with intention. You're doing it with your heart. It's like washing the dishes with no soap. You're going to rinse some stuff off, and no matter how much effort you put into it, it's going to be okay-ish, right? You might get the debris, the food stuff off, right? Especially if you use hot water, but then you'll burn your hand, right? But when you move with intention and you get that dawn, right? You get that dishwashing detergent. Now things get moving. This is what the Lionsgate portal is. There's other times in the year that are potent, especially in November. But now the universe is handing you the detergent and the scrub and actually the whole keys to the new house. You just have to say what you want. You have to say, how do you want to move forward? Which direction you want to go? I'm asking you right now, which direction you want to go. Put it in the comments because I'm going to hold you accountable to that. The universe is going to hold you accountable to that. You saying out loud, this is what I want, sends off a chain of reactions to bring you just that. Something you tried before may not have worked before, but I bet you if you try it again, especially around the full moon that's coming up on Wednesday, because Wednesdays are ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is the ruler of communication. Gemini, lean into that energy, right? That's definitely a day when you want to do what you do with more intention and use your voice. Okay? Okay. Next, we have flexible. Being open to how wish fulfillment shows up for you, being open to the options that are coming your way. Some of you are like, I want this person, I only want them because you have your reasons, and your reasons are very valid reasons. However, if they're not able to match your energy, if they're not doing the work to catch up to where you're at, they're just going to keep you stuck. And the laws of physics don't want to keep us stuck. Everything is in constant motion unless you're not among the living anymore, right? Everything is ever evolving, and they want you to too. And if this person is truly meant to be with you, they're going to catch up. They're going to do the work to be that perfect person, be that perfect match, right? Be that perfect match. Be that perfect match. Somebody's coming in with all of their lessons learned, because look at that. Side-eye to Cupid because I said I didn't want to do a love reading. And they're like, but here's a love reading. We have the main male and the main female, the divine masculine and the divine feminine coming together. Those of you who are worried about your relationship, don't be. As I watch a spider gently come down, right? It's a baby spider. That's wonderful. Don't be. Because one way or another, this vision of love, this vision of relationship is coming together for you. It may not be with the person you're thinking of, but it's definitely going to be with somebody that satisfies your soul. Somebody that, this is why they said be flexible. For some of you, it's a new person. For some of you, it's your old person showing up in a new way. Remember those messages we were getting about when your person comes back, make sure you are treating them as a new person and not holding their past against them or over their head? This is why. First 2 weeks of August is going to be a lot of reconciliations going on, a lot of relationships moving to that next level of commitment if you are open to the possibilities. That Gemini energy, right? That six energy coming out again with the lovers, right? Oh, you guys can't see it on this side. Is the energy of true divine partners. Mm. As I'm looking at the spider, especially those of you who've been kept apart from your person by someone who was practicing bibbity bobbity boo. We did say that. All right, Diddy aside, people who have really been manipulating free will and using magic for nefarious reasons, right? They're really going to get it with Saturn going retrograde. And Saturn is going to be retrograde until December 10th, right? So sit back and relax the show. Sit back and enjoy the show. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Sheesh. This is going to be a moment where the very things that you prayed for, especially those of you who had a lot of ups and downs in your relationship, you're going to see it magically fall into place. And it's not truly magically falling into place. It feels like all of the obstacles, all of the barriers, all of the karmics and the third parties and the negative Nancys and negative Normans that stood in between you guys having this amazing love is being pulled away one by one. All the distractions, all the barriers are being pulled away one by one so you two can finally come together and this time stay together. This is a good weekend, a very good weekend. Anything that you're still holding over this person, anything that still pisses you off, makes you upset about your person, this is a good moment to work on that energy. Work on forgiving them and releasing all of the hurt, all of the pain, all of the nonsense, and then holding space for true love to find you regardless of how it finds you. Because it's coming. It's coming one way or another. There's going to be a radical shift to both your finances and your love lives because that's just the way, as Janet Jackson says, love goes, right? The heart chakra blue, is blue, is green and pink. The communication is blue, right? Heart chakra is green and pink because it represents abundance and love. If that's blocked, you usually have blocks in both places. This is a good time to do some fourth chakra work. This is a good time to work on all your chakras and call in the healing. Next, we have, speaking about calling in the healing, this is a higher power. Stepping in, saying enough is enough, especially for those of you who have been under spiritual attack, have been under some type of persecution, have been under some type of spell work. Oh, yeah, that's being dealt with quick, fast, in a hurry. That is being put behind you with this lust card and the Six of Pentacles. Lots of sixes coming out, right? Greed. By any means. This is for somebody in particular. When it comes to the karmics that were standing in between your relationships, some of them might actually end up because of how far they went. This is somebody who has been manipulating your person for a while, for whatever reason, but it feels like for financial reasons. Either they're in business together, your person's very generous and very giving, and always would give this person money. It's some financial tie that they had to this person, and when you came along, that tie was either severed or at risk of being severed. So this is why they came in between you and your person. That is oddly specific, right? They did the most, and they're saying surveillance. They kind of watched your social media, watched your person's social media to see what you guys were up to see what you guys were getting into, to make sure that their magic work and that you guys could be pulled apart and stay apart. Okay, cool. I hear that. I don't receive that. I don't like that, but I hear that. This person definitely, they're giving Skeletor vibes. Went out of their way to prevent a divine union from happening. And people have their reasons for doing the bippity boppity boo, but when you start to interfere with free will, you're no longer interfering with the divine masculine and the divine feminine. You're interfering with God's work. People sitting down and saying, so and so shouldn't have this. I need to do this, so and stop so and so from winning. You're stopping God. How dare you? Who are you, first of all? Who are these people you guys are entangled on? Your people are entangled with. Definitely, definitely the epitome of a wolf in sheep's clothing. Because when you look at them, you're gonna be like, oh, them? Yeah, baby, them. They're gonna learn the hard way about how did they say? How does the verse go? Touch not my anointed. Yeah, and you're gonna have a front row seat to that. Somehow, some way, whatever happens to this person is going to fall into your lap, and whatever they're going through, the majority of what they're going to go, I'm not going to say all of it, but the majority of what they're about to go through is the karma that they're going to have to face for trying to stop you on your sacred journey. It feels like for the main man, the main male and the main female to come out with the lovers, right? And this longing card, right? This feeling of wanting to get back together by any means necessary is confirmation to me that you guys have a divine purpose. I hate using the word twin flame because it's so misunderstood these days, but you guys are true twin flames, true divine partners. And if you want to get a better idea of who a twin flame is, look at Mary, Magdalene, and Jesus, right? Isis and Osiris. Those are two prominent twin flames. Not only do they have a beautiful relationship with one another, commitment and purpose to one another, but a commitment and purpose to the collective. So yeah, going back to this person doing the bippity boppity boo, trying to interfere with God's will. Oh yeah, that's a big price to pay. And side note, when you go get magic done, you go get work done with whomever, right? Doesn't matter the pantheon or the belief, but once you start paying for work, the practitioner usually doesn't tell you the fine print. Too many people get caught up in the spiritual fine print, and it's never, ever, especially when it comes to love magic, it's never, ever, 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 ever worth it because it always eventually backfires because you're directly interfering with not only somebody's free will, but the will of the Most High. Your pathway is being cleared. Your guides are fighting for you. Look at that. To bring you that abundance, to bring you that wish fulfillment. And Leo coming out twice. This is about to be 4 weeks of saying, dang, Etta, guess what? I'm looking forward to those messages. Guess what happened? And it changed overnight. I know it looks like it did, but your guides did a lot of heavy lifting in the background to manifest that dream into your reality, especially those of you who have been under heavy, heavy spiritual attack. Some of you leaned into the energy of the 16th. If you know what that day was, you know, and if you don't, it's okay, right? You should have already gotten an answer to your prayer. And if you haven't, send me a message and let's talk about it. Speaking about message, is Neek here? I haven't got my screenshot yet, boo. I'm waiting on that. I mean, you have like a little less than 5 hours, but I'm waiting. Okay, just sending it out there. No rush, but 5 hours, and it should only take like not even 10 minutes. So, thank you, Neek. If you are around, let's get into the messages because this is kind of heavy. I'm gonna take a sip of water as I look at the spider. This is kind of heavy because now I'm hearing it's going to be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing, as per usual. As a mystic, as a practitioner as well, there's certain workings you guys know that I don't do. I will tell you that I straight out I don't do it, right? The other day, right, I asked you guys, why did Judy, shout out to Judy Lynn, come up in my mind and come up in like my energy? It was super, super weird. It's because somebody needs her. Somebody that I was working with definitely needs her, and I pray that connection happens sooner rather than later. And those of you who, especially those of you who are, it's like one of two of you that are here now. Those of you who love to do like the free readings, the $5 readings, keep in mind there's no such thing as free, especially when you are dealing with a hoodooist or a voodooism, right? Like myself, there's no such thing as free. There's always an energy exchange. There are people in certain groups because I do research. I go incognito through different places like Reddit and other parts of the web to see what the people are chatting about, to see what's really out there. And there are practitioners that say when they are low on whatever, right, energy, or they want to get a specific sale done or achieve a specific financial goal, they'll start harvesting energy. What's the quickest harvesting way to harvest energy? Is to get on live and offer a whole bunch of free readings. And some of them are scarily accurate. And those are the ones you need to back away from the most. Not because they don't know what they're doing, or even because all of them are doing the same thing. It's the potential that exists. I can't name any names. You're going to have to find out that for yourself. Use your discernment. But even in Marketing 101, they tell you there's no such thing as free. If you get something for free, it's because you're the product. Do you want to be the product? Or do you want people siphoning your energy without you realizing it? So be very, very careful. And if you have done it, cool. We've all been there, by the way, right? Until we knew better, well, the majority of folks, call your energy back. Use this time before the full moon where we have this abundance of powerful, transformative energy. So call your energy back from everywhere and everyone is not supposed to be. This abundance is coming through one way or another. There's still some cleaning up, going back to the dishes, right? By the way, the kitchen and the bathroom, feng shui wise, is where wealth comes in. So you definitely want to keep those places nice and tidy. The cleanup some of you have to do is calling back your energy because you've worked with unsavory practitioners by accident. Because who signs up for that on purpose, right? That was part of your journey as well. Call your energy back, please, and thank you. That being said, let's get into the messages for the signs, and then we could get into what you guys are chit chatting about in the comments. You have been leaving comments. Like I can see it going up on both sides through the corner of my eye. I just don't want to look down because it will distract me and take me out of the channel, and I don't want to miss a thing like Aerosmith. Speaking about Aerosmith, I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to, because I'm missing you, and I don't want to miss a thing. Somebody's been playing that on repeat. There's been a divine masculine, the same one that keeps coming up in the reading, that texts you and deletes the message and then tries again and deletes that and does everything but establish a line of communication. Oh yeah, they're coming in this weekend. So prepare for it. Let's tap in and see what you guys need to know according, because we're going to get volume 2, right? The thicker deck. See what you guys need to know, and we'll get you an angel number on how you could best align with the Lionsgate portal and anything else you need to know at this time. What does the collective need to know? I didn't even mean for that to fly out. 55 and 5599, which we're not going to get into the specifics, but it is the energy of changes and shifts, especially now that you know what you know. Some of you get downloads when we're live. Pay attention to those downloads. Holy Spirit, what does the collective need to know according to their sun, moon, and or rising sign? What does the collective need to know according to their sun, moon, and or rising sign? Get another good shuffle. Thank you. Starting with, of course, Leo. Happy birthday, Leo, sun, moon, and or rising. Discernment, intuition versus logic, choosing the higher road, awakening. After a year of straight losses, feel your feelings. Some of you have been, how do I say this? Some of you have recently had a change in medication and it has you feeling a little unbalanced. Try your best to work through it. Try your best to work with your doctor through it, because a lot of those thoughts, especially those negative Nancy thoughts, negative Norman thoughts, are not yours. You know what you are going through. You know why you're in that regard. We're not going to put all your business out there. But the physical is now interfering with your spiritual, right? If you try to suck it up and just stay in that sad energy and just try to not process it, you're actually keeping yourself in a low vibration. And during the Lionsgate portal, your job is to stay as high vibe as possible. Your angel number, dearest Leo. How do we get back here? 5599, courage, moving forward, revise, especially when it comes to the medication. Okay? And complete. To welcome the occurrence of new changes, it's important to release the old ones, the old things. With this sequence of numbers, please release the old things, ways of thinking, and stuff like that, and know that it will play an important role at this time. Life is fluid and change is always, 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 always inevitable. And during these next 3 weeks, actually this next month, the change is going to be rapid, sudden, and quick. Very topsy-turvy energy, but shaking things up to move things in the right direction. Know that everything new is standing at your doorstep, dearest Leo, waiting for you to let it in. When you part with the old with love, you also invite everything new to come in. Virgo, sun, moon, and or rising with the root chakra grounding. You are another one. Well, you're the first one, dearest Virgo, that is strongly, strongly encouraged to work on your chakras, not just your heart chakra, but from the root chakra straight on up, to do that grounding work, to do that clearing, especially before your solar return gets here. It's time to set a new plan and a new path for your life. Your angel number is 9900, divine protection, but it also feels like a divine reset. Sublimation, continuous protection, forgiveness, and awakening. This is a message from your Creator representing that certain parts of your life have just ended under divine guidance. Nothing is lost. There is no death, no accident. The recent changes in your life, in which important parts of your life have stopped or changed, are responses to your prayers. You are light and you are free. I also heard that you are fire, Libra, sun, moon, and or rising. Looking at your second house, dearest Libra, who is the ruler? Which planet, which sign rules your second house? If it's Leo, Gemini, Sagittarius, you could expect quick changes to your finances, because it's the house of values. Focus on material and physical possessions, as well as your finances, Libra. Your angel number is 6699. Letting go of the attachment, harvesting growth, and continue to pay attention to guard the beauty. Let go of your attachment to your items, especially if you have a strong attachment to a certain type of material or person, place, or thing. This sequence of numbers asks you to release this attachment and withdraw from things that do not fit your highest and greatest good. You know this because we keep talking about this, right? This message represents that the things you have sold or lost, because all loss is not a loss, in your life are about to be replaced by bigger and better. We got that for the collective message. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and or Rising with the Hermit. This Lionsgate portal go through introspection, especially if you haven't been able to release the people, places, and things. Heavy on the things being your thoughts, your negative Nancy thoughts, your negative Norman thoughts. If you are still struggling with seeing the optimistic side of life, do the work to get yourself there or try to get yourself there, right? In those moments of solitude, you're going to receive the downloads, the instructions you need to help you manifest your dreams into your reality. Your angel number is 1133. Making persistent efforts where you go, whether you're going by baby steps, strides, or straight leaps, right? As long as you keep moving forward and trying, doing your best to detach yourself from low vibrational energies, low vibrational ways of moving, low vibrational ways of thinking. In many ways, they are like your spiritual teachers, teaching you the ancient wisdom of making your dreams come true. They give you the energy to keep you from getting discouraged and encourage you to stay focused on your true soul's goals. However, they always teach us that all creation begins with our thoughts and intentions. Ask your angels to assist you in making wise choices about what you want. Okay? And then prepare to receive it. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, you have a Bible verse. Philippians 2:3. Do nothing from selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility count others more significant than yourself. Do nothing from selfish ambition, which is different than self preservation. Really revisit your goals, your ways of doing things, and redefine your why. Make sure your why matches that of the why the Most High has for your life. And you'll know. You'll know. Your angel number 5500, self improvement. Another reason to go back to your why. Why do you want the things that you do? Why do you want the love that you want? What's the end goal here? Does it just serve you? Does it serve the collective? Does it serve His will? This important message is to let you know that the transformation of your life is in divine and perfect order. These transformations are a gift, your higher self coming from God and in harmony with the will of God. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, and Proverbs 17:22. A joyful heart is good medicine, but crushed spirit dries up the bones. Those of you who are in your negative Nancy energy, your negative Norman energy, it's time to shake it off one way or another. We want to process our feelings. We don't want to stuff them in the closet or under the bed or pretend like we're not having feelings. No, baby, feel your feelings. And then take the steps you are being guided to take to start the healing. Feel your feelings, but don't get stuck there. Knowing that staying in your joy, staying in your happiness, staying in your bliss will bring you wish fulfillment a lot sooner than you imagine if, when, not if, but when you're able to make that shift. Your angel number is 4400. The benevolent, which is you, is invincible. God and the angels want you to know that you are completely and totally loved. They ask you to spend more time feeling this love because it will answer many of your questions and solve any challenges that you might be having. And those challenges are really not as bad as they seem. You're just so standing so close to it that you think things are worse than what they are. Whatever you've been beating yourself up about, like you did it, okay? It happened, okay? You've acknowledged it. Don't stay there. Do the work to get past it. Aquarius, sun, moon, and or rising. Speaking about that Mercury energy and what was said in the collective, right, about calling your energy back, using the full moon on Wednesday to state those intentions, to redo those affirmations, redo some of the workings that you worked. Communications, really say what you wanted it, what you want to manifest, and then once they pass, start showing up as that person who has that wish fulfillment, who has that wish answered. A lot of 55s coming out. A lot of you guys are about to go through some massive change, some massive shift, right? A lot of you, dearest Aquarius, are one step closer with this 5588 to having that actual dream manifest into your reality, because it's not only about wishing and hoping. You've actually done the work. You've come into alignment with your thoughts and your actions. So of course, it's inevitable that you're going to produce good fruit. This sequence of numbers represents that you are in the 11th hour and about to experience a massive change. Do not, whatever you do not be afraid, because you will be supported and loved throughout the process. And this, my dear Aquarius, is about to happen. Pisces, sun, moon, and or rising. Silence of the Lamb, but it's going back to the bibbity boppity boo and being close to friends that didn't wish the best for you and doing the most to keep you entangled so you would submit to their will. It's a lot of craziness that you're going through. What looks like the end is actually the beginning. You are going through a deep soul life transformation. Everything is about to shift and change. Let it. Your angel number is 2244. Smooth sailing. As stated in the spiritual book, A Course in Miracles, the angels nourish your new life purpose, because you've come into the awareness that, you're supposed to be doing X, Y, Z, and you weren't. You too have been doing the work to get your thoughts and your actions into alignment. The angels nourish your new life purpose. This is a sign representing that when you make the desired transformation, you have assistance from heaven. And at this time, you especially need to know that you are not alone. The sequence of numbers 2 and 4 is a signal from your angels telling you that they are closely cooperating with you. So work with your angels, work with your guides, work with your ancestors to help you continue heal and walk in the path that you are supposed to walk. Aries, sun, moon, and or rising karma. Being in the season, in the energy of what goes around comes around. That's the beautiful thing about this thing called life, right? Whatever we put out there, good, bad, or otherwise, eventually makes its way back to us, right? It's nothing we could do to kind of shift it. There's nothing we can do to say, oh, my bad. That my bad is acknowledged, the apology is acknowledged, but that's pure physics. For every action, there's a total opposite but equal reaction, right? Given the example of pushing on the table and the table's pushing on us at the same time. That's just how energy flows. So be very careful of the energy you're putting out in the world. And if anybody has been sending you negative energy, oh, you're about to find out who, when, and why as you see them receive the karmic justice for the things that they have done. Saturn going retrograde has not come to play. It's come to even the score, it's come to even the playing field. Let it. Your angel number is, made me forget what sign I'm even doing. 888. This portal is going to be very, very significant to you. Aries placements. Sun, moon, and or rising on Mars. 8th house, 1st house, 12th house. So if you have Aries in any of those areas, the next few weeks are going to be a movie. just around the corner. One stage of your life is coming to an end. This is a sign to give you a warning so that you can prepare. This numerical sequence also means that you are in a stage of ending an emotional or career fluctuation or relationship. In addition, it also refers to the wheat has ripened. In other words, don't delay in taking action or enjoying the fruits of your hard work and labor because you're about to reap what you've sown. Good, bad, or otherwise, whatever you put out there is coming back to you express. Whatever people have sent to you is going back to them. Double express. Taurus, sun, moon, and or rising. George Louis Borges. Ooh, don't talk unless you can improve the silence. But what they really want you to know, Taurus placements, sun, moon, and or rising, as the Lionsgate portal brings you blessing after blessing after blessing after blessing, keep it to yourself. You're still too close to the enemies, to the frenemies that have been doing bippity boppity boo. You're entangling from them. Things are wrongs are being made right, but they don't want you to suffer any more than you already have. So any wins that come your way, keep it to yourself. Your angel number, dearest Taurus, is 4466. Destined by God. Your angels ask you to pay attention so that your focus, because your focus is too much on the physical world, they ask you to completely hand over your worries to them so that they can step in and assist you. Balance your focus between heaven and earth and know that the supply you need is truly unlimited. Some of you, especially as we get close to 8-8, are going to see just how unlimited the resources, the abundance, the prosperity is for you, especially when you work hand in hand with the divine. Keep the wins. I think you all need to keep your wins to yourself until like October. If people find out, whoop de doo, right? Just, hey, you found out. Great. Moving on. Gemini, sun, moon, and or rising. You got a Japanese proverb. If you feel like you're losing everything, remember trees lose their leaves every single year, yet they still stand tall and wait for better days to come. It feels like you guys are just about to start your season of what better days actually look like. Your angel number for today, look at that. 777. May all your wishes come true. Y'all see me shuffle these cards though. Gemini, the angels are applauding and congratulating you. This is for somebody in specific because I felt like something was said to them earlier today that sounded just like this. The angels are applauding and congratulating you for your success. Keep going and know that your dreams are coming true. This is a very positive sign, meaning that you should also expect more miracles to happen. Gemini, sun, moon, and or rising. And last but not least, Cancer with Archangel Michael. Often regarded as the leader of the archangels, Michael is known as a warrior, and so are you, and the protector against all evil. Do not hesitate to call on him, especially if you know you've been dealing with people that like to dibble and dabble in the bippity boppity boo. He's always here with the collective. He is a guardian angel to me and part of my escorts. If you know, you know, right? This weekend is a big weekend for folks like me. hmm I don't know if I should go into that. We'll check in your comments and then I'll get into that. Just know that you are protected at every turn, at every corner. Keep your thoughts in alignment. Don't fall victim to the things that aren't going right, right? Start showing gratitude and appreciation for everything that is. Your angel number is, because this felt like two, 1100. Free divine aid. divine guidance from the powers of God and the angels. Please change your thoughts, especially if you're in that negative Nancy or negative Norman energy. You may have prayed for greater happiness and better health. If so, this is a response to your prayer. God knows the solution you seek, and it will be born in your thoughts because your thoughts dictate your actions, right? During this transition, during this transition, ask God to guide the direction of your thoughts and support you so that you can manifest those beautiful dreams you have into your reality. Let's start with the YouTube side, see what you guys are up to. Well, hey Jen, have a long day. Have a nice day. Hi, Miss Nicole. How are you? Thank you to my moderators for all that you do. Honestly, called out today because my spirit said to do so, and I'm glad you did. Hey, J Max. I've been having love songs ring in my head all day. And I'm glad, Miss Nicole, you took me up on my idea to make the candles because, as you guys can see, like, I wouldn't advise that you leave the candle unsupervised, especially if you're new to working with candles. But instead of preparing candles, just make them and put the herbs right in them. The video is somewhere on my page on TikTok, and then the intention is written on the bottom. So far, this is like, I don't know, I think I've been doing these for a month. They're pretty fun. And I get to choose the scent. So I would love to see what you come up with, Miss Nicole. Hi, Delene. I've had lots of thoughts and prayers for a friend. Her daughter struggles with her health. I supported as much as I could. It helps. It truly, truly helps. When you talk with your friend, Delene, or or speak to their higher self when you have a quiet moment. Envision them in front and show her how to pray for her daughter. Being heavy in the energy of worry and fret, and I like the fact that you said you did as much as you can, which means that there's a boundary in place. Good for you. Do not move the boundary, right? You always want to protect yourself. But in spirit, you can show her how to pray for her daughter, to pray to help her daughter through this. Thank you, J Max. Right? How dare you? These people that are doing bippity boppity boo, and I guess, right, when we look at the movies and we look at social media, um, bippity boppity boo, it looks like the thing to do, right? Oh, you want your lever back? Let's get this candle that looks like a person, throw some oil on it, stick some pins, do this, do that, boom, your person comes back. Cool. But is that really your person? Do you really want that? You don't want that version of them, right? Especially if they had you use sugar in the recipe. You don't want that version, okay? Okay. But they make it seem too easy, and folks are losing their souls in the process. But hey, yeah, and those people who hop, if you hop from reader to reader, stop. Because 9 out of 10 times, they're siphoning your energy. And how do we know you're not doing it? Because I will get into huge trouble. My guides do not play. They gave me very strict instructions. I run on a very, very strict program. Why do you think they're always here? Some of them are here for you. Most of them are here for me to make sure that I do what I am supposed to do at every single turn. There's no, I've seen what happens to practitioners that think that they're greater than God. It's fun for a while, trust me. And their while might be 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. But when it turns and karma is being served, no thank you. I don't want that smoke. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I am good. Hi, Shayelle. How are you? Hi, Evan. How are you? We don't, well, we do readings on the live, but you have to get the reading before we go live. So I know how many people. I think I'm just going to leave the link up in my bio. Mm-mm-mm-mm. First thing to do is, because there's plenty of people, and some of them, they're really good actors. Like, their showmanship is on 1,000. Like, they deserve an Emmy, an Oscar, all of that. Um, but going back to the discernment, right, that Leo got, and I think this is definitely going to be a keyword for Leo season. It's going to be a keyword for Leo season because, what the hell? We know the Lionsgate portal can be used to manifest abundance, manifest love, manifest luck, manifest all the good things, but the dark side knows that they could use that energy to manifest whatever it is that they manifest over there on the dark side, right? And they're not afraid of gathering civilians to fulfill their will. So you really have to get good at listening to your own intuition, Evan. And it starts with getting into a quiet place where you know you'll be undisturbed for at least 10 minutes. Take in a few deep breaths, slowly in through your nostrils as deeply as you can breathe, and then release slowly out of your mouth. After you do this pranayama type breathing, you're going to slowly drift into a meditative state naturally. When you feel yourself drifting, say to yourself in your heart, what do I need to know about whatever question it is that's on your mind? And then listen for the answer. The hardest part is getting your brain to shut up, right? To let your intuition come through. It's getting your nerves to calm down enough to let your intuition come through. And then see where that takes you. And then let me know. Come back to this video because it will be on YouTube soon after, right after we end the live, right? And let me know how far you got. Hey, Neek. Hey, Boogie Woogie Woogie. I just started sweating. Jesus. Hey, Tabby. Hi, Grofito. How are you? Auntie, I think I said it before. Did he check? Let me know. Let me know. Hi, Honeybee. User 881. I hope you asked your question. That's a lot of flies, Auntie. I sat with it yesterday and still see the same thing. Floorboards. Decayed, I should say, floorboards. So you guys are going to have to do some investigating. Pisces, where she's at? User 881. I want to say yes. Because that might be the Pisces that keeps coming up in the reading that is so far in their head. They can't take it anymore. So it's just a matter of time. And that's not to say to sit there with your hands folded waiting on the Pisces. Go live life. Go do what you need to do for you, right? Go do the things that bring you joy and peace and happiness. And if they get it together, cool. And if they don't, cool. Having that level of detachment. Discernment and detachment are the key words of this Lionsgate portal. Write that down somewhere. Put it on a sticky note on your mirror so you see it first thing in the morning. Discernment and detachment. Auntie, make sure he gets to it today because that needs to be taken care of today. Hi, Sharita. It looks pixelated. You see, TikTok, no worries because the YouTube side, my new hubby is taking care of me over on that side. It's clear. Jesus. Now, what are the odds that Spirit would specifically talk about burning somebody's hands? Well, I'm glad the people were at least able to hear the message. If you didn't see the cards clearly, my apologies because TikTok is being TikTok. But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay because what? Hi, Ebony Honey. Hi, Daisy Michelle. JLR. Gabrielle Love. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? Just started decluttering my kitchen. Good. Good. Check on your bathrooms and your kitchen and make sure they're in tip top shape as best of your ability. Because those are definitely portal points. Three, that's okay. Honeybee, tell me that you've replaced the plants. You said three of your plants went bye bye these last couple of weeks. You got to quickly replace them because they took shots. What was meant for you in your home, they took it. No, everything is blurry. Everything is, it's like the worst connection I've ever had because even on this side, it looks weird. Oh, well. I'm sorry, guys. I thought I saw King Bean. How are you? Hey, Londe. How are you? Hi, Gabrielle Love. Love you right back. Love you right back. And when you mentioned bippity boppity boo, my stomach dropped. User 881, that same advice I gave to Evan. Find some time to meditate and let the answer come to you because it's too many hits. So, Spirit was definitely speaking about you. And if you're unaware of who's doing bippity boppity boo on you, you need to come into that wisdom quick, fast, and in a hurry. So you're no longer naive or ignorant to what's going on in spirit. It's time for you to do some research. Evan, reach out to me and let me know. I'm definitely going to be looking forward. I mean, YouTube is harder to find people, right? On TikTok, you just go by their screen name, but I can't really find people on YouTube unless they leave comments. So definitely come back, let me know how the deep breathing exercise went and if you were able to quiet your mind enough to hear what your guides needed to tell you. Yes, Neek, I need the confirmation that it was done, that it was submitted. Step one. Because after you submit that, I'm gonna ask you, how does it feel? Because that's an accomplishment, right? People charge $50 and up for that, which is insane because you could do it for free just by going on the IRS website. But once you establish that EIN, you have declared and decreed to the whole United States and the universe and the Most High and yourself that this is my business. And I mean business because it's on paper, right? Not just a piece of paper in my notebook, which is great, right? Not just a note in my notes, but official paperwork that says, I wanted to do this and I did it. Everything else could be fleshed out. Everything else, we could put on a schedule to get things done. But the simplest thing, the easiest thing, is actually the biggest thing because you are declaring on the right side of the moon, on the right side of the energetic wave, that you have this beautiful business and you have presented it to the world. Everything else will fall into place. So yeah, I'm holding you accountable to send me that screenshot. What do we say? 650 something today? Like the card said yesterday, right? With the time's a ticking, babe. Time's a ticking. Time's a ticking. And user 881, I wouldn't worry about that third party at all. And funny, not funny, hee hee. There's somebody named Jethro that joined the live. Jethro used to be the name for Restaurant Depot. If you know, you know, right? Those of you with big families, you're near a Restaurant Depot, you're better off going there for stuff. But it's where the restaurants go, the cafes go to get their stuff. So that's a confirmation for those who are wanting to start a cafe or something like that. Because that was so specific. It's not spelled the same way. Restaurant Depot is amazing. And no matter the time of year, if you're going to get like frozen food or meat, bring a jacket because that cold room is cold. The cold section of the warehouse, it's freezing. So you're gonna want to bring something to throw on. The rest of the place is usually fine, at least by me. But that cold room is cold, and I remember it being cold as a child. By the way, my dad used to take us on Restaurant Depot runs when we were kids, and I used to love riding on the that carriage truck thingamajig. So yeah, that was a pleasant reintroduction to my life a few years ago. Oh my God, I nearly died too the first time. It was a shock how cold it was, and I never made that mistake again. So anytime I have to go, I have a sweater with me that I could quickly pull on. I saw the notification come up, Neek, so I will be looking at it after I get off this very pixelated live. When you guys rewatch the live, I promise you, it is perfectly clear on the YouTube side. It is perfectly clear. Hmm. Message received. Any questions, thoughts, feelings that you guys want to share before we wrap up? Nick, thank you for allowing me to assist you along your journey. I'm going to be a little bit of a bugaboo for a little while to help you with the other paperwork type things, but the hardest part has been done. You said that I'm here, and that matters more than you realize. If you have any thoughts, any feelings, any questions that pop up after the live, ooh, wee, that was the intention, to feel like a load has been taken off. That was the very intention. A lot of you guys who are in mentorship with me, who are in coaching with me, you find that we do exercises like this all the time, using the simplest thing you need to get done to have that epiphany, to have that moment to help you remember how powerful you truly are. So this is something that I love, love, love doing. So it is my pleasure. It is my pleasure. Neek, and I'm so excited to see who's been commenting what in the make believe room we have set up on YouTube. If you have any questions, any thoughts, any feelings, send me a message. We will be doing mentorship, um, a mentorship special for the Lionsgate portal. It's under the booking link. So when you go to my page and it clicks book now, go get your 8 sessions because you're getting like 8 sessions for less than the price of one, to make sure that everybody has the support that they need to manifest their dreams into their reality and align with the energy of the Lionsgate portal. So when we come back late October, we could go through the list of all the beautiful things that were manifested at this time. Okay? Okay. I pray that you have an amazing day that's filled with peace, blessings, protection, and prosperity. Stay